Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Exercise 7.3, question number 3. Find a real number alpha so that the vectors u and v are perpendicular. We are going to do part 2. The vector u given here is alpha into unit vector I plus 2 alpha into unit vector j minus unit vector k. And the vector v is I plus alpha j plus 3k. The result which we are going to use here is that if two vectors u and v are perpendicular to each other, then their dot product is equal to 0. So let's start the solution. I'm going to write it here that as vector u is perpendicular to vector v, so u dot v must be equal to 0. Now in place of vector u, I will write this alpha into unit vector I plus 2 alpha into unit vector j minus unit vector k dot I plus alpha j. Let me correct my j. Alpha j plus 3k equals to 0. So I get alpha, and from here the coefficient of I is 1. So the dot product simply becomes alpha into 1 plus from here I have 2 alpha, and from here I have alpha, 2 alpha into alpha plus the coefficient of unit vector k here is minus 1 and the coefficient of unit vector k here is 3, and the result is equal to 0. Let's perform this simplification and I get alpha plus 2 alpha square minus 3 equals to 0. Rearrange it, 2 alpha square plus alpha minus 3 equals to 0. Factorize it, 2 alpha square plus 3 alpha minus 2 alpha minus 3 equals to 0. Alpha here, 2 alpha plus 3. Excuse me. Undo. That's it. 2 alpha plus 3. Take minus 1 common. 2 alpha plus 3 equals to 0. So I get alpha minus 1 and 2 alpha plus 3 equals to 0. All are simple factorizations. You are familiar with all these things. And finally, I get alpha minus 1 equals to 0 and 2 alpha plus 3 equals to 0. Result, alpha equals to 1 and alpha is equal to minus 3 by 2. And these are the two answers. These are the two values of alpha, and that completes the solution.